So here we are, Roger Smith News. In Germany, traveling, Adam Wallace, James Knowles for Roger Smith News, on a nice little trip through the mountains, 2-day junket, going through now either Germany or down up into Austria, passing by Innsbruck finally, and then down into Italy, where we stayed in Uzzi's little town, the 5,000-year-old man. And this is just this beautiful terrain that we went through in the Austrian sense, and the sound, of course, of the yodeling or the song, the Austrians' Tyrolean songs in the background. But this is fabulous old-time terrain. It used to be for the Romans, I think, that they used to come up these pathways, and their way into Germany was up through these Italian Alps, and so both the Italian and up into Austria and then into Germany. And you can see as night's falling here, and the mists descending as we head up into the Italian Alps now. We are the apple orchards and the beauty of this roadway, and the climbing up into the mountains with the clouds descending upon us. But we're entering into the clouds, and of course this terrain is massive terrain around us, and these little villages passing through them, old-fashioned enclaves really, again, Tyrolean. And of course we stop in one of the churches, and then the old walled city, and the cobble, and the neat Tyrolean look of the city, of the landscape there. And then off we go, back up into the hills, and we're now going to head up through, I think we leave the towns, and into the greenery of the autumn, early autumn, up where the cows are now feeding, and they haven't brought them down yet, I guess. At least we saw them coming down up above. And motorcyclists passing us by as we're driving along, having a wonderful time. This is great landscape for hikers, and where the whole region rises up into the mountains too. And they're looking down into Switzerland, or up into Switzerland if you look at it. And so the people descend into these cities, into these, or rise up into these parks, these national parks, and the walking going on up here, including poor little Uzzi, who died 5,000 years ago in a glacier, near a glacier, and was picked up by a couple of hikers, and now is reposed in Balsano in Italy. But here we are rising into that terrain. You can just imagine him coming up from down in the civilization down below, up into the mountains. Now we're descending into Gloucester finally, and the end of our trip, which, although not necessarily logical, is how we spent our September 2 days.
This has been an exclusive Roger Smith News Report.